Uber's coming back for the last game of the day, VGJ.Storm versus DC, game number 2. I'm on your play-by-play. Jack, you're on that co-cast, that analyst. Lacoste on that observing. And the king here, played by gods. First things first, did you enjoy Lacoste observing? Actually, I looked up there once or twice. It looked pretty nice.
Yeah, it was
good. Great job, yeah.
It was
Yeah,
decent, you know. Early game was a little rough. He missed a little bit, but you know, early games like that.
As the king, you're allowed to make decrees. Say if Lacoste misses so many kills, he has to do something.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to make something.
Yeah.
It'll be hard for me to make the decision after all the sucking up that Lacoste has done.
Yeah. What kind of decree?
All right, well, Jack's on the offline mode right now.
Yeah.
But we are into a draft right now, so let's hop on over to that. And there's a Lich ban. We didn't even see Lich picked or banned last game, which I'm fine with. Maybe it did get banned in the second phase, I forget. But banned out this time, we have Nature's Prophet banned out by VG.Storm. They have one last one. Maybe a Veno, maybe a Night Stalker, I think, are the normal suspects here. Yeah, welcome back, Jack.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
It's good to be here.
All right, first decree. You guys, we're gonna each of you gets to choose a lane where first blood's gonna happen.
Oh, we just gotta pick it.
Yeah. Winner will
Can we see
receive
the heroes?
I'll say not
Can I
middle.
choose
I
it
got
by
middle. I already
player?
got middle. I got middle.
Middle?
Wow.
Yeah, I already got middle.
I got. Well, we don't know who's gonna be
Yeah,
where.
exactly.
Jack, whoever calls first gets the
Yeah, I
lane.
got
Why
So-
can't I choose it by player?
No, we're going lane here. You can choose jungle as well. If you
Is
want
the
to
king
choose jungle.
stuttering right now, Jack? What's going on?
I mean, you don't have to. You can take as long as you want, but the longer you take, Lacoste may beat you to a choice.
I'll just
Middle's
leave it to
taken.
you, Jack. You can just choose.
There's top, middle, bottom, or jungle.
Oh, whatever, top.
Top, smart. Ooh, and there's the
So
instant
what is
blood
left?
seeker.
Bottom?
You get bottom or
no,
jungle?
I'll take jungle. I'll take jungle, actually.
Okay.
Damn, the jungle. The
Jungle Legion
There's probably gonna
Commander.
be. He's
If
probably
it's bottom,
hoping
like there's some
Jungle
punishment for all three
Legion
of you.
Commander. I'll bet there's not gonna be a Jungle Legion Commander. How about that?
Yeah.
Well,
If it's like a rune, it's jungle. You know, rune battles is jungle.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a battle, you know, and somebody's gonna die.
You know, we were driving in our Yaris, and Grant can actually park anywhere, even on the disabled parking, because he's playing Legion Commander jungle.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. You know,
Nice. I like that.
And that is a pretty DC opening, actually. Night Stalker, Dazzle. I think Moonmeander definitely has played the most Dazzle of any hero, maybe Silencer as well. And VGJ, they commit an early core into the Bloodseeker. We've seen, I think we've only seen Ritsu play it when VGJ's picked it up. We haven't actually seen Ryoya play it middle, while some of the other teams have. Have you seen much of this Bloodseeker meta, Gods?
Not so much.
Okay, we have
Not so
seen
much,
a
that's
lot
good.
of it. It is, I would say that and Furion are definitely very most picked heroes. It's pretty much either middle or carry. Blade Mail Radiance seems to be the build, right?
Yeah, Midas as well, if you can
Midas,
get it
yeah.
early on.
Yeah. And
This
we've
is the
seen it
newbie
fail.
first 2 picks against back at TI. I forgot to use this against. I think
Which one?
I love fire, not liquid.
Jack, you talking to yourself or us?
No, a little bit of both.
Jack, listen up. We have a real marine biologist. The difference between a manta ray and a stingray is that a manta ray does not have a stinger or barb.
That's what I said, the pointy thing.
Well,
So I was right.
What's a manatee though?
A manatee, isn't that like a seal?
Technically, Lacoste was correct because he said one of them did not kill Steve or
Was right.
could not.
I was right
kill
about the
him.
not having a thing. Yeah, I knew it.
All right, well,
We're all doing great. We're all great here in NA.
good stuff.
Wait, a
guys.
manatee is a seal, right?
Seal?
A manatee.
No, it doesn't. I think it's gigantic, man.
What?
A giant seal?
I got this.
I don't
Wait,
think it's a seal.
It's not a seal for sure.
Manatee. I mean, bro, that is a pretty much a bigger seal. I mean, it's better than a manta,
It's
right?
a sea cow,
It's
maybe.
a sea cow.
It's a
yeah.
sea cow, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they called my mom when she went swimming. No, I'm just kidding.
You could have at least said like
Why
someone
did you go
else's.
so
mom, like-
savage on
I
yourself?
don't know. I
man?
love my mom. I hope she's not listening. Love you, mom. No, but
What just happened?
I just handled
Well, he was just
myself.
trying to be polite. Usually, if
I actually
Yeah,
want
that
to
was
say it to
definitely-
someone else.
That's
but
definitely what I do when I'm trying to be polite as well.
go on, handle myself. Well, we are going to see the next pick up
Insult my
Disruptor. We've seen a little bit of Disruptor, not too much of it. I believe
I don't believe
Who's
that's a
picking it?
North
Cole.
American
Yeah, yeah.
hero. It's
Yeah.
more of a CIS hero
Oh, yeah,
than,
the
than North
CIS.
American.
we've seen Cole play it a little bit, and then one other team, but I enjoy it. You know, it's one of those guys that if you take an early advantage, he's very good at pressing it. Gives the Earth Spear to initiate.
This is 3 silences against 1 silence on DC. I still think VGJ should go for that axe. I mean, I'm really impressed by the way Snake King plays it.
Yeah.
And against Dazzle, they can pull it off.
Alright, so I think seals are sea lions and therefore not sea cows. So there's a big difference there between a seal and manatee. So you're
So
wrong.
a walrus is in the sea cow family then?
Yeah, probably.
No, I think the walrus is in the sea lion family.
All right, I honestly just don't care. I'll be 100% honest
This is
here.
a
So
sea
we're going to look at
elephant.
the
This is a
third
sea
pick from
elephant
DC.
family.
Jack, we need you to analyze this pick right now. Why is Viper so good here? Go.
Can stand his ground against the Bloodseeker, just turns right back and gives the ult. I mean, he can stand this ground in a lot of these situations, and he obviously is going to be a tough laner as well.
Oh, are they gonna take the enchant? This is DC. Mason was the one who pretty much invented the Enchantress versus Viper. Is VGJ gonna do it against
I
him?
highly doubt.
You don't think?
I really doubt that's what they'll go with.
You don't? Do you just think they don't play Enchantress, maybe, or you just don't like it?
I don't
here?
think they would use it in that situation. It doesn't really fit
All right.
too well.
So what do you want up against a Viper then? If you're not doing that, what's one of the more common middles?
Well, again, I could still see something like a Medusa where you'd have damage issues. I could see even potentially something like a sniper.
By the way, shout out to Daniel FB for watching a lot of National Geographic for that interesting fact about sea lions, sea cows.
So how do you know he
his
watched
mom
National
and what?
Geographic? Maybe he just looked it up.
I don't know.
Shout out to
making
Lacoste
shit
for
up.
making wild assumptions.
Shouts to everyone.
And back to you, Jack.
Shout out to Grant for insulting his own family under
All
pressure.
right, no, that was a
Whoa.
mistake. I'm really sorry. Now I just feel bad. I just don't even know if I can cast anymore. That was terrible. But Viper, one of those heroes, kind of like Lich. At least Viper has a little more aggressive play than Lich. But what was it yesterday when Infamous played at Leo style, went like 19-0-5, and he just, I mean, you don't see much styling on Viper.
He went
He
like
was styling on him.
24-1 and
That gank when 4 of them tried to gank him.
Oh yeah, middle lane. Oh, Lacoste, it's your boy.
Do you need a coach, Jack?
Looks like they might after game one. No, I'm just kidding. But DC now has to counter the axe. Thank you. So they do have an axe and Bloodseeker now. So you have 2 melee cores. That's not a problem versus a Viper.
5 seconds remaining.
I think it's a problem. It's hard. It's going to be hard.
So you Lacoste loves the axe and you don't like the axe.
Well,
Why
it really
don't you like
depends.
it?
The other lanes are going to be pretty difficult to sustain against the axe. The Viper's not going to be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
You know, if you get the jump on him, like again, he can still be taken down. And if you lose your other support heroes, it depends what else they pick here. Then the Viper's not only going to be able to do so much by himself.
Do you think they thought last game all those late graves that came out, if they had an axe that game, those graves wouldn't have mattered because you can dunk through the grave? Was in the back of their mind, maybe?
I think it would have been a different game, plus Necro needs a lot more farm than Axe. If Bloodseeker uses ulti on a hero and Disruptor sends him back, do you take the damage?
10
Jack, go.
seconds remaining.
Sorry, what?
What?
If someone is ruptured and
5
Disruptor sends him
seconds
back, does he
remaining.
take the damage? Go.
Yes.
Uh,
Go with yes. Say yes.
I don't know. I don't think so.
It is yes. It actually
Depends
is.
how
isn't
far
it?
you go. If you go less than the range, right?
Or something. I believe you definitely take damage. Or
There's
I
a
just look
distance if you
stupid.
travel more. It's like the, I think, 1,200 distance. If
I
you go more
think-
than
I don't
1,200
think so.
distance,
Yeah.
you
Are
can't
you
take
actually
damage.
traveling the distance?
Well,
We'll
he's not
see
taking
about
a
that.
carry.
I'm asking you
Like
because I
your
don't
like
know.
your warp signature is traveling the distance.
Jack,
but
you
I
are
was
You're
the
wondering-
the
analyst.
analyst.
You're the analyst,
Yeah,
Jack. Don't
I'm just,
don't
Jack.
bother freaking.
Watching the action.
Yeah, don't
All
bother
right, be
observer
right
here.
back.
If you blink, you take damage. How is Glimpse different to blink?
DC's
I believe
turn
you do
to
because I think
bat.
we've actually seen it this tournament. This is a Clockwork pick. Now, it might not seem strange, but I've heard everyone say Clockwork's one of the worst offlaners that used to be good now, and they already have a Night Stalker and Clockwork. So
Isn't Clock terrible versus Bloodseeker too in lane? I feel like that's not good.
yeah. So I mean, MSS is one of the few people who plays offlane Night Stalker, right? So it looks like that might be.
They might. I mean, Bulba plays Clockwork, so it's gonna be his hero. It might be a Night Stalker offlane.
It does do damage.
That was
yeah.
3 years ago.
DC's turn to pick.
All right, no, but yeah, that Clockwork pick's actually a little bit surprising. They could still go with the Shadow Fiend if they want to pair it, send
I mean,
Viper in the safe lane.
Even a Clockwork pick against the Disruptor seems really bad. Disruptor can just glimpse him back after he uses Hook. But Clockwork seems
10
good against
seconds
heroes like
remaining.
Bloodseeker and Axe because both are melee. Can't really get...
5 seconds
I mean, he can just
remaining.
block. We saw in that game when Clockwork was doing so much Stinger.
Stingers. though.
Yeah, he was just blocking the Bloodseeker on a mid lane with Clockwork. Also, if Axe wants to dunk, Clockwork can just use Cogs, send him back, burn the mana. Jack, how's it going?
The reason I was leaning towards no is because I feel like it'd be used more often if it did, because it's a lot of damage.
But it did instinct. So the
10
Bloodseeker plus
seconds
Disruptor does work, Jack, is what you're saying.
I believe so.
Only if the
5
glimpse is lower
seconds
than
remaining.
1300 is I'm remembering right now. Just kidding, production showed me. Thanks, guys. We do see a lone druid coming out, and that means Abed, more than likely, you know, that 10k player, probably going to be on the Viper, because I believe Mason is the lone druid player on this team. I could be absolutely wrong. I don't think I am. I hope not, but now VGJ. You see a lone druid. What are you guys picking? When it says 7 seconds, you all have to yell out a hero.
Razor.
Panda Assassin.
Well,
What?
Gods was the only one who did it at 7. Thank you. The rest kind of wait until
There
5
it
or
is.
6.
Panda Assassin?
Panda
Yeah, what?
Assassin.
I had to do it fast.
You know.
What? Jack,
Panda
Jack, I'm
Assassin.
your new team coach.
Oh.
Well, why do we need
Are we
you to
giving
coach
credit
if-
for Panda Assassin?
What?
I'm not.
Wait, Lacoste, why do I need you to coach if the team already thinks the same way you do?
Oh,
Because there are,
Maybe we need
I'm
Grant.
not
there are
I mean, you're
a
the
lot of
king.
things
I'm-
that I didn't say yet.
So if you said, if they picked PA and said this, would you have taken credit as well with Panda
No.
Assassin? I feel
No.
like Panda Assassin, you're trying to cover two
no, it's
heroes.
just Panda and the random word because I had to do. It's like
Nah.
someone asks you a question like, give me a quick answer for a math. What is 7 times 14? You just yell 46, and you're not correct,
be
but you're
horribly
fast.
wrong.
188.
It's 98.
I mean,
I
yeah,
don't
but
know, I
you're
just made up a
fast.
number.
The thing is, you're fast.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah, but I didn't
Yeah.
say, I don't know.
all right, guys.
I didn't say a parabola.
Yeah, a
5
parabola is
seconds
bad. It
remaining.
looks like maybe it is going to be Abed playing lone druid though with Mason on the Viper. So I was wrong, and I'm dumb. But Ritsu on the Brewmaster, Bloodseeker is going to be played middle by Sim4Sim unless they swap, which they just did.
So let me just explain it to you. Why Panda Assassin? He can just Yule the bear, pretty much can control the Viper as well, does not care. And there's only one silence. Maybe they can control Panda with the Savage Roar and the Cogs. If he's trapped inside the Cogs, he can't go out, but he's just probably running in circles. Is that correct, Jack? Back to you.
Yeah, it's a nice draft counter, but it's still a bit worrisome in terms of, I don't know, scaling, winning the game. I don't know. It's still tough. Maybe something they took from the complexity.
Yeah. And if you didn't know, Gods, during this tournament, we've seen a lot of swapping at the very last second. Like, I'm surprised more teams haven't abused it. There's been a lot of just people just swapping heroes, and you don't know who's going middle or safe lane.
All
but
right, my
seems
time to
good
shine.
now. Let's throw up these last hits to Knives. I mean, I'm not the camera. But
Prepare for battle.
I got it.
Disappointing. He has to click the menu, you know. Hasn't
Well,
figured out the hotkey.
No,
No,
there's
because
hot-
Dakota
it's Dakota
changes
doesn't
the
have a hotkey for
hotkeys.
last
We all
hits
know
to
the
Knives.
hotkeys.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So a bit of a must-win situation here for
VGJ.
VGJ.Storm. If they lose, then there is still a chance of making it to playoffs, but their destiny would entirely be in the hands.
Which feels bad.
other
And look at
teams,
this.
yeah.
Bulba's
Are we
gonna
gonna see
find
the first
Sand
blood in the
King.
forest?
Oh, go
Can I
middle,
predict
go
it
middle.
correctly once again?
Lacoste, you're a prophet.
You're probably- And there is a smoke getting broke by the bear.
Jack, imagine if I was your team coach and I was like super serious, telling them stuff, what to do.
Then they'd be 0-14 right now. Flea.
I don't have a soundboard, but retard alert.
30 seconds to go.
Roll forward from Flea actually doesn't hit on anyone. Now he's getting hit down a tad, but Brewmaster will be there to just bring him back. So how does Brew versus Viper go? Obviously you have Corrosive Skin, but
He's
you
gonna
have the
get
Haze
the
as well.
Drunken Haze probably
Yeah.
level 1 and have Brawler on level 2.
Do both of them just kind of get a decent amount of farm? Or Jack, I guess you're the analyst, maybe you know.
I
I
mean,
haven't seen a Viper Panda in a while.
I mean, with Drunken Haze, yeah, the idea is to be able to.
Panda does fine in the lane.
Okay, and it is going to be the off-lane clockwork, actually, from MSS. Flea is going to be rolling forward. Bulba does a nice job of tanking that. He does have boots, so it's far easier for him to get away, and looks like he will. So nice job. Bulba stepping in the way of that clockwork. And I've heard we said clockwork gets demolished by Bloodseeker in lane, correct? Someone said?
That'd be my assessment of that lane.
I would think so.
I
as
think
well.
so.
And there is
See, I
gonna
heard
be a
that doesn't
Bulba,
need
yeah.
mana, so
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not gonna be 1 versus 1, but
that's
still.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1 versus 1, I think Bloodseeker can win it, and yeah, with support for sure.
Yeah, look at the build on rate. So he decides to go for Boots of Speed first.
Yeah. Why?
Jack, why?
Yes, yeah.
I'm watching mid here, where I see Brewmaster chasing the Viper onto his own cliff. It's fascinating. Who what? Who did what?
Why
Top
did
lane,
Boots
Snake
first?
King.
Bloodseeker. Well, Snake King's going to get chased down a little bit. He does have that poor man's shield. Going to be pretty tough to bring him down with level 1 bear.
Oh, they didn't have the poison touch. Instead, they had Shadow Wave. with the double slow from Orb of Venom and Poison
bear.
Touch.
I think that's how they're
they
going to
would
blow it. They
have-
got a Shadow Wave on a Creep Wave.
Yeah, with the bear as well, and then Axe Cannon.
Ooh, middle lane, we're going to see it rolling happening. It will hit on Mason. Flee. We'll just hit him up once. And they're just going to back out.
There's
so
a free
2v2
Heineken
middle.
on Viper.
A what?
Free Heineken.
What were you saying, Lacoste, before you were so rudely
The
interrupted?
Boots first Bloodseeker. Why? That's you, Jack.
Yeah, that's on your team, Jack. I have no idea. Back to you, Grant.
Oh, roll
Mid lane.
in. Yeah, no, misses the roll, unfortunately, but he does get a deny. And right now it's 9-2 versus 4-1. So 7-4-7, getting beat down a little bit. He does have one in Drunken Haze now, as well as one in Drunken Brawler, so should be doing a little bit better. Top rune, Snaking actually just getting right-clicked down by the Dazzle, but like you said, without that Poison Touch, very hard to get the kill, but he will steal the rune from him because he was trying to jungle. And wow, Snaking's going to have to go back and heal at level 1. That is not a good feeling as an Axe.
Bulba's got an Arcane Rune.
That is some of the most spammable voids you can get.
I'm
Only
a
80
little
mana.
bit surprised here because Axe is good in... Axe is not that good as a solo offlaner most of the time.
Yeah.
Especially initially, you can really pressure him, and he's just unable to do anything. I'm surprised they didn't give him more protection.
Yeah, but the problem is Earth Spirit needs to be on the mid because Panda has worst lineup for him, worst matchup. So he can't be on the top and mid. Bottom lane is pretty much safe.
We see Bulba plus MSS. Bulba with that Arcane Rune, so scary. He can cast almost 3 or 4 voids if he really wants to, but he's not going to.
Actually,
there
5.
he goes. That's about it. We're going to see Ryoya mid versus Mason still. It's 4v3. Getting a little bit more back to even. Viper obviously doing a good job, but look at this. He's just going to square up on him. Now he's going to try to run, or no, he's going to man fight. There's going to be a straight up man fight middle. Mason's going to have to run. He gets crit once in the face. And that will be the end of that for now. Has a
Most of the players would actually go back there with Panda, maybe even die.
A lot of the times, right, it's just smart to man fight. Just that's the difference between pro players and, you know, me, huh? Agree.
Back to you, Jack.
Yeah,
Bottle flown in by Panda.
tough lane situation so far. And I don't know, it's going to be difficult. I feel like they really depend on that to get the momentum going. They don't want to start running at people mid-game. And
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about your first blood predictions?
I'm still feeling good after that 1v1 fight we just saw. I thought it was going to be right there. That would have been great. I still think, right, maybe if an Earth Spirit comes and rolls in, I think it's either going to be middle or bottom. And no one picked bottom,
I
right?
almost
No
won.
pick bottom.
Snaking was having a tough time top, so I
It's
almost won
nighttime.
with that one.
I think they're gonna catch someone in the forest still with the Night Stalker.
You hope it's the forest, then you're right.
And there's Bulba getting close to... He will be level 3 because he's going to get that other bounty rune, so... Probably level 2 in Void. We have seen some 1-1-1 builds, though. But I don't think he really needs it this game.
This is technically a
Clockwork
jungle.
going in bottom. He's
No
going to find
longer.
Stan King under the tower. He will go down, but MSS might be in a little trouble. Nice roll in from Flea. MSS gets smacked down, and well, we are all wrong. Impressive.
Does this count as a jungle?
No,
He
it's
was
dark.
literally the
he's
tower
within
was
tower
hitting
range,
him, bro. Ritsu getting harassed down now. Bulba coming back. Moonman with a nice rotation. Stan King flies back in himself now. He already used his glimpse, and Bulba should be able to just run out of here.
Well, not just first blood, but all 3 of
All
the
3
first
kills. Yeah,
kills.
we're struggling, boys. Feels like we haven't even been watching this tournament or
All
something.
can predict everything.
You know,
I predicted the 2 last pick of VGJ.
Yeah, the Panda's ass. Mason, level 5, getting close
Keep
to level
reminding
6.
us about that. Lacoste.
This is going to be a level 6 Viper. Do you think he continues to farm up?
Well,
Maybe-
Jack, if I can
I
predict
swear
what
to God.
your team's gonna pick, imagine someone with the game knowledge, what he can actually do to counter it.
Lacoste making a convincing case for yourself.
He is. Bottom lane, looks like they might be going in. He's going to shoot the rocket, get vision, and Stan King's going to be in a lot of trouble. Ritsu's, well, they're going to need some TPs coming, but I don't believe they're going to find any. And this might just be a 2-for-0 trade behind the tower. Stan King manning up on Bulba, but Bulba should be able to right-click him down. Bulba taking a lot of tower hits. It's a 1-for-1 trade so far. Ritsu's still somehow trying to get away. Unfortunately, that hero died, so he actually loses a little bit of the move speed. But he still gets out. And that could have been a lot worse, actually. It looked like it might have just been a 2-for-0 trade from Dire. And here we go. TP in from the Panda. Roll in, get a hit on Moonmeander. Nice double stun by Flea. Will they be able to bring down Moonmeander before they go on someone else? They're just smacking him. He has Grave up, and if he has a TP, but he doesn't have mana. so he's just going to try to run away. Silence is going to fly on him. Bulba coming up from behind now. Flea will pick up the kill. They're going to clap down the MSS, who does have that range drop, taking some a little damage. Flea will go down. And it looks like that will be the end of that engagement. And you commit a Panda TP right there, and all you really get out of it is the Dazzle kill.
No glimpse, no boots. On Disruptor, he can send him back in 2 seconds. One more hit. Nah, he's dead.
Let's watch him slowly. Bye. Oh, and Ritsu
I can't even change the camera right now. What? He needs to get back into the game.
A Bulba kills Ritsu by himself.
There,
so.
fixed it for you.
Thanks, Jack.
You do the draft and I do the observing. The cost.
This is some real Jack
roll swap mid-game here.
Jeez. And Mason, though, gets that kill. Level 7.5, treads Aquila. And this is feeling like a good Viper game for him. Double damage will be top. Panda will sip it in his bottle really quick.
How's our boy Axe doing?
Yeah, we haven't seen top lane in a while. He's actually going down possibly bottom after he clears up these creeps. He's going to be close to level 6. The problem is he's still pretty underfarmed going for the Tranquil boots. Had to get Iron Talon.
Look at the lineup from DC. They have double Savage Roar plus Cogs. They can just push you away from the fight.
Ooh, Hook's going to come in on the top lane. It's going to be Ritsu. A nice rotation from MSS early. Get to throw that silence. Might stop him, but he gets second hit root. Bear will take him down. Now Stand King plus Snake King, your nice Savage Roar. And look at Panda once again committed to top, but he's not going to find anyone. Maybe go for that Bear. That is 300 gold. I would consider that worth it if they somehow get the kill here. Looks like they will. And they do. All right, so it's not as bad for Sim47 because that is 300 gold, but they lose Ritsu again, who is not even level 6 at 8 minutes in on the carry. Meanwhile, Mason hasn't even left middle. He's happy to just chill here with the headdress. What does VGJ need to change up here? It feels like you can't say they're not rotating because they're almost overly rotating. What do they need to do? Anyone can take this one.
I mean, it feels like their lanes just don't exist anymore, right? Like, who's actually able to go up into the lane? Lacoste is laughing heartily. You all right, Lacoste?
I'm watching Dakota.
I think they need blinks. Like, you look at DC, they're able to run and go for
middle
kills
lane, we're actually going to have a fight. Pardon me, gods. We're going to see the Panda ulti fly out. Viper does have level 3 corrosive skin, not 4, and he will get dunked down by Snake King. Silence is going to fly. Will he get the grave off? He does, but I have a feeling he might not live this time. Dunk through it. Snake King just healing on the haters. Will we see another stun? We do. Perfectly timed by Brewmaster. Now MSS is in trouble. Oh, trying to dodge the cogs, but he's ruptured. Now he's just standing there. And hey, didn't anyone say just send 5 people middle and win a fight? Because you would have been right. Worked out there.
I said they had to start running at people because they can no longer stand.
They
can no longer stand in lanes.
Yeah, and
what is a blink dagger on a Panda? No, that's phase. He spent all the money.
And they need to find a way to use Primal Split. That's kind of what that was. Yep. Like, that's why I feel like you need blinks on either Axe or Brew to do it, but they found a way just roll in with an Earth Spirit and run at them down mid.
And that was nice use of his first rupture, just lying down the clockwork, and it was a decent string of gold, right? Yeah, he got 344 for that kill.
Yeah, but I bet on top lane level 9 minutes in, Midas already used 2 times, gonna be used 3 times soon. Pretty much free farming, 0 deaths, 1 kill.
Does Lone Druid do a better job? I mean, we saw him, right? When he got that super good farm on the AM. Is Lone Druid better at maybe winning 1v5 games than an AM, or? If, say, this Lone Druid does get 6 slotted before everyone else, is there a better chance you win as a Lone Druid?
What about what about 12 slotted?
No.
I
with 14 slotted. With
bottom lane Stanking's dead, sorry.
No, I don't think Lone Druid is really used in that sense most of the time because the bear, even if you get the talent, the bear is still very squishy. So I don't think you really count on him to be like slotted in a threat that way, unless except for the Aghanims build, and they use the bear not even to fight.
Not using Midas.
Yeah,
Midas.
This is.
So it's not about the bear's fighting ability per se when they get slots on it, but the danger right now is that VJ could get deathballed pretty easily.
Yeah.
You have the Lone Druid pushing with the bear and the Viper and all this sitting behind it. It's pretty hard to fight into. And they have all a bunch of melees, like 4 melee heroes. No one really does long range damage against the bear. So it feels like you pretty much have to full commit if you want to stop and push it all.
And look at Lacoste. We have the Helm of the Dominator Viper at the 10-minute push, gets the other siege unit. We've actually seen some teams do that, and that is a lot of damage on the tower.
Yeah, and there's no recourse here for VG. They're not really close to their blinks. They pretty much just have to smoke and fight and ignore the lanes.
Oh no, will this siege unit be able to make it? Oh, look at it, it's
the
gone.
Move speed
that thing is
so
nuts.
Good. 425.
Look at him go.
Usually it's 325.
Wrap
Oh,
around
middle
here.
in, yeah. Flea's coming in from behind. They're going to find Moon. Will they get him? He needs to get that grave up, but the silences are going to be there. This should be an easy kill. Snake King will scoop it up with that dunk, and that's 3 in a row from him. They're going to go for this middle tower. This is one of the times I feel you actually want to give the tower kill to, like, your axe. Maybe MSS will find Flea in the bottom lane, though. He's going to kick him out. Nicely done, but the hook will stop the rolling boulder, and MSS. Nice play there. Middle tower, looks like it will go down, but Moon Meander is here. Maybe trying to pull the creeps off. They're just screening on this tower. Glyph will fly. They have to be a little nervous. They don't have their Earth Spirit. And there we go. Rupture is going to fly on Moon Meander. Will he pop out an early grave? Doesn't look like he will. Needs to go down. Another dunk. Oddbet does get the top
Panda
tower.
ulti committed.
And there it is. Panda ulti is committed. He does a lot of damage, actually, to the Viper. This Fire Panda. Snake King will go down, so they won't have the dunk here. He needs another stun. There it is. The throwing speed in the air. Ritsu coming in with that thirst damage. Gets the kill. Bulba looking around for Stan King. Poor Stan King. Can he get away? Yep. Nighttime vision. And, well, another one fight from VGJ. You do lose your axe, who you wish was getting a blink, but you trade it for that Viper, who's worth so much money.
This kind of all feels fine for DC, though. You know, this Lone Druid's farming top. They're still up by 3K plus net worth. They're waiting for that Radiance. Like, it doesn't really feel like any of this matters for DC.
True. Do you feel, though, maybe if that axe does get the blink and, like you guys said, DC tries to death ball, like, if he just blinks on the back line and gets Lone Druid, like, super quick, is that a problem?
Well, they're going to have to wrap around pretty much all the time. And
yeah.
you have Clockwork to create terrain, to be disruptive, to provide vision.
Night vision.
It's pretty rough.
Oh, sorry, Smoke Gank is going to be coming down, and they ping out exactly the route Ritsu is taking. If those creeps, oh yeah, Ritsu might be in trouble. No, they're going to go for 747 on the Brewmaster. He has an invisibility rune. Will he pop it here?
Do they have any reveal? No,
yeah, there's a sentry ward.
There's a sentry on
Dazzle. And he's going to have to start moving up top immediately. He's going to pop that, and he's going to realize, oh no, sentry ward. There it is. And they will bring him down. He has to attack out of it, gets the clap, and at least he takes out that last raindrop charge from SS, I guess. Middle lane. We do have the Bear in here pushing with Viper. It's going to be so hard to, just do anything. The Corrosive Skin plus Ovid's Bear. They will defend the tower successfully. Siege unit from Mason still doing a ton of damage. Did he get one more hit? Did. Is deniable. Looks like they'll just go for it. They need to be careful, actually, on the backside. Oh, they're waiting for someone to TP in, but Bolo's just going to come in. Nope, Flea will get the nice silence plus kick, get to throw out his ulti. We are going to have a weave going in on them. Will Flea be able to get away? Seems like it. No one really wants to commit to that fight. And there you guys, like you said, just kind of deathballing early with that Lone Druid so far. He doesn't even have his Radiance yet, but it's going to be very soon. So his ranged carry Bear is just gone again, right? It's just, I don't think we've seen it in a while. Just Radiance Bear again.
One of the most overpowered things that was
just
in
the,
Dota.
the nerfs to the talents have just
his Midas again, sorry.
The nerfs to the talents have just been.
I think I saw
What
one to TI. One player did.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it? I can't remember.
Artur?
I think it might have been Artur.
It's still occasionally done, but it's not like the must-have go-to anymore. Just the talents are kind of weak. They do have gap close in this game as well, so you don't really want to be more vulnerable or exposed like that either.
Looks like VGJ does want to push out top. We see Snake King actually got pinged out because Mason's Hellbear Smasher. They already have a Vision Hero Night Stalker, but Mason's doing a good job with Helm of the Dominator creeps, just scouting everything out.
Yeah, they know Axe has a blink. Panda still struggling to get his blink dagger up. Level 11, 15 minutes in, still 500 gold away.
Yeah. Now, Brewmaster is getting close to his blink, though, like you said, will be a little bit late. About 400 gold needed. They're going to smoke right now. Radiant's get a scan, and MSS just walked into it, then walked out. So they might just walk up that hill. Well, they don't know. Do they want to go around or they want to go up the hill?
I don't know if I was under ward or not, because there are 2 wards up there by DC.
I don't know. Sometimes when you smoke, you should not use the scan because the enemy team knows something is up. They're probably trying to search you in your own forest.
Yeah.
So usually they just back off.
This feels too obvious, though. Mid lane is unattended. The bottom wave, someone just came to deal with it. So, if you're DC, you probably smell this, right? And they are grouping together.
Yeah. We do see Ritsu goes for that Force Staff first on Bloodseeker. I think Force Staff's obviously always a good item, but why do you go for that over Blade Mail? Or even Midas, maybe?
Probably against the clock. Just getting out of the cogs easier.
That makes sense.
good against Viper. I think it's like especially good against these dire heroes. So.
And as you know, some people, the pub lords, like to meme. You know what I mean? The Rupture plus Force Staff could finish off a hero if you really truly need it to.
Rupture, Force Staff kick. I mean, you give someone the slip and
Plus
slide.
a glimpse.
The slip and slide.
Oh yeah.
Damn, and Bulba?
Yeah, so you
He's
Force
warming up
Staff
pretty good.
and kick him out of 1.3k range, then you glimpse him back, and that's a dead
Then
hero.
Axe calls him and Force Staffs away as well. like
This
it
is
gets
too
better.
much. How can Radiant lose this
Do
game
the
at
Benny
this point?
Hill
This is
team.
the
Yeah.
Matrix line.
Right.
The Matrix lineup. All right. Middle lane, actually, there is another Invis Rune on Panda, and they're going to find Moon Meander. Not the best kill, but it is a free kill, and they will take it. Panda just blinks away, so he does have it, plus gets that kill. Stan King actually does. Not too bad. Stan King actually level 8. Oh, and they're going for the Siege creep. Can they break? Nope, see him. Takes another creep instead, the Centaur Conquer. Bottom lane.
Oh, the
Hobbit.
Ogre Frost Mage.
Damn,
No.
he doesn't
He won it.
Unfortunately, he already used his Helm of the Dominator right now, but he might save it. No, he won't. That thing, yeah, we've been talking. I can't believe it gives 8 armor and the slow. What a crazy spell. 8 armor from a neutral creep.
Not bad for a Vampire Ogre, huh?
Yeah. Oh, if you didn't know, also, Jack thought that Leshrac was a vampire.
King of the Vampires.
King of the
actually.
Vampires,
Yeah.
Leshrac.
Alright, there's Lestat,
dubious
guys.
lore
There's Lestat, it
going on
happens.
there.
Yeah, Jack's definitely, his lore, you know, definitely isn't a Sirac.
Yeah, Grant thinks it's pseudo random distribution. So.
Well, it is. When you roll a dice, what is it, Jack? That's what I thought. Get stumped, kid. Bottom lane, Abed's still farming up. He has his Radiance now. And there it is, 17-minute Midas Radiance. He even has boots and a raindrop. And they're just going to push out top,
Plus
though.
2 branches, Tango, and the portal.
Yeah, I didn't want to make it look too good, though. So it looks like they will get a tower for free up top. Well, it won't be for free because Dire is moving down for that tier 2 bottom, it seems. And Radiant's going to have to do something to get down there early if they want. Something they'll be able to set up in time.
Jack, what do you think about the build on Dazzle when you're playing against Axe? So you don't even get the Grave. So you just skip the Grave, get the Poison Touch level 4.
Oh, here we go. TPs are coming in bottom. Wild Wing Ripper in the back, just giving him some armor, as well as a Tornado doing a little bit of damage. Double damage bear, but we're going to see Flea rolling. He's going to find Moonmander. Can he bring him down before the Silence is over? Nope, sure can't. That's going to be a huge weave. Stan King running away. He has Silence. Flea drops, and Stan King to follow right here. Mason with the double, and Bulba's going on the back line.
I think there's some
That'll be that.
miscommunication there because the Brewmaster didn't have mana for his ult. So he
Yeah.
jumped in and clapped, and then he's like 70 mana short, and that was pretty awkward because then his teammates commit and everyone just dies.
Yeah. So a little bit of a rough team
And a
fight
mat
from the
right
Radiant. You know, that's the problem, right, with the Panda. Like, people love going this build. You still have mana problems, even with the wand.
Well,
Yeah, it's
the
better
problem
with
is
an
the
Echo Saber.
talent you choose. It's plus 30 damage instead of 3 mana region because of the Echo Saber build. So you get the double hit plus 30 damage plus a chance of crit.
Yeah.
Then you don't have mana. It was just American school system, nothing
Yeah,
else.
it's really letting us down. Gave us such gems as me.
So your European Brewmaster's on about this build.
Yeah.
You're just a pseudo gem.
Yeah, really. Thank you. All right, gods. Let's get deep into your mind here. You see what's going on in this game. How does VGJ actually win this?
I think it's a tough game for them, but they need to go pretty late game probably. Get that Bloodseeker level 25 with that Blood Right cooldown talent. You know, play high ground defense. That to me is how I picture this game going. The next 5-10 minutes, we're going to see DC get further ahead, take towers with Radiance, with Viper.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much VG Gaming can do to dominate team fights unless they pull off a really sick Primal Split fight. So I think you start gearing up for that late game. You haven't got your Radiance yet in Bloodseeker, assuming you're still going for it. I think very much, play for late game. Hope for the best.
All right,
Hope you don't lose too many towers.
You would have loved a game we had, what, a couple 4+ days ago. It was Team Leviathan was playing. They had an Octarine Core Aghanims Bloodseeker with the, like, what was it, like 5-second cooldown on the Blood Right? Yeah, it was
Even lower. I
I tuned in at like 65 minutes. I was like, oh, this game,
This
65 minutes
fun.
looked interesting. And like half an hour later, I'm still watching. I was like,
this is a great game. That guy, Sammy Boy, yeah, big shot to him. Already out of the tournament, but he hit some pretty good games.
Yeah, but the big problem for DC is you have a Clockwork who's level 10. That's an offlane Clockwork. That's why he's not played in the offlane anymore. I mean, the hero does the even better job playing at 4. He gets more levels, more farm.
Yeah.
Some of the heroes do feel like I feel like there's going to be a very dangerous mid-game timing, but some of the heroes do feel like they'll become a bit less useful as the game wears on. Again, you can probably like just rupture the bear and kick it around if it's sieging, especially if you're investing items into it, so I hadn't considered that before. But also, yeah, the Viper, you know, he's not going for some kind of super farming scaling build here. He's standing his ground.
Snaking needs to be careful. That Radiance will stop him from being able to blink. If anyone else was behind him, could have been a problem, but he will just run away. And we saw Moonmander, you could kind of feel it. He drew a bunch of lines really angrily, like, why aren't they moving past this line? We can't do anything. Snaking top. Uh-oh, he is going to get the call up there on Nightstalker. We're going to see a silence probably coming. Yep, there it is. He won't be able to fly away. Four-step
One more
jump.
force.
Gets it. Nice play there. And now Ritsu, that four-step will push him out. Mason's trying to run up here. He has Drain. Let's get to send him back. Bear is here. He might just need a TP. This is going to be rough. I think.
Silence.
He should have TP'd. Well, silence. Yeah, he messed up.
The kick. Oh, he still run away. Up. This still is so dangerous. He's going to actually juke up. He didn't see him. Oh, nice play possibly. No, he gets feared, and MSS will bring him down. It was a nice play, but even nicer by Abed.
Yeah. Could have just TP'd right away, as God said.
Maybe he didn't think the silence was going to hit, or just, you know, it doesn't click that that Savage Roar isn't going to happen.
Yeah, and so a nice opening kill there from Snaking and Ritsu, but then with Ritsu dying, it once again brings him back.
I think this is a big question for DC is how much damage you can do to buildings before it gets to that late game Bloodseeker. And Mask of Madness Bear is like, we want to kill buildings as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So
we've seen a bunch of Mask of Madness so far, the new hot ticket.
Yeah, if VGJ.Storm loses one fight near tier 2 tower, they can just easily lose the game.
So it's another thing like last game, right? The Terrorblade does kind of the same thing as the Bear. You lose one fight and they're still alive. Just massacre your base.
There's no map control here from DC. They want to punish greed outright. That's been their drafting philosophy these few games.
Nice hook in. MSS here, and this should be a free kill on the Brewmaster right now. Bladen will pop by MSS. Let him hit himself some, and MSS dominating now, so he definitely isn't getting levels still, but he is on a dominating spree, and he's getting some good kills. Top lane, maybe Snaking or Moonmeander. Gets the blink call. Viper is here, though, and oh no, he knows, and he will just get out of there. Smart call by Snaking. Nightstalker is going Ags first. We've seen some other builds after the urn, but some Solar Crest and whatnot. Seems he just wants the vision.
Well, they have Dazzle with one medallion, and who else is getting one? Clockwork. At least he had one queued up. Not too much right-click damage on the side of VGJ.Storm, so not really needed.
Yeah. We do see Ritsu will be able to farm up at least his Sacred Relic if he wishes to purchase it after he kills these creeps. Once he gets Radiant, I mean,
I don't think Radiance changes anything.
Helps him farm and split push, but it's not going to help him fight. Yeah, it's not like a fighting timing for them.
So Bear actually gets one more medallion for himself because he lowers the armor with the Mask of Madness.
Yeah. When he is going to have his Midas up in 8 seconds, Lacoste, make sure to keep it on. We'll see how long it takes him to use it. It's been pretty bad lately, actually.
Wow, it's so bad. Look at this. It's ready.
I usually give him within 5 seconds, and it's going to be about 5, so not too upset.
Yeah, but not acceptable, really.
Yeah, not acceptable at all. They are up by about 6K now. Experience only by about 1,500, though, so VGJ doing a decent job keeping up, and that goes back to that Clockwork, so DC's not that worried about it. Disruptor isn't going to be getting items this game. Very, very hard 5, while Flea...
He needs to get to level 10 to get the gold per minute talent. It's not much, but at least he can afford wards.
Yeah.
Free ward every minute. Take that.
And look at middle lane. Looks like Abed's like, well, it seems everyone's coming. It seems like DC really knows VGJ's movements. They're always split pushing and pushing elsewhere when, like, all VGJs together and behind one lane.
They're smoking up to him now.
They are going to go. And look at the Bear's like, wait, why is no one doing anything middle? And it's going to be a full smoke. They're going to weave up, and they're just going to run straight at him. This is going to be a lot of armor on all these heroes when they get in. Rocket's going to fly first. Will he have the hook? It goes on to Flea. Will he be able to roll away? Nope. Glimpse is going to send him back, and they're looking for this Brewmaster. Nice blink call coming out from Snaking. It will be able to get the Brewmaster his ulti up. Will the Bear come to the fight? No, he's just going to split push the base. The Viper will just TP out. Nope, gets thrown into the air, nicely done, but Abed's going to be taking a full set of racks here, it looks like, because of this. And over here, Snake King does spin, kill Mason, but this still does not look worth it. They're going to throw up Clockwork again, possibly just bring him down and kill him.
Oh, he's going for bottom. He's
Bottom
not
racks as well.
Oh my good. This might just be a... I mean, you
don't
get
care
two
about
big kills, but they're going to lose another one. Yeah, and here we go. He blinks in. He will at least kill the bear. He does have a lone druid now. I mean, this should be...
Glimpse ready.
Oh, he has the kick. And there it is. He just got... I don't know. He had a few boulders. Abed should go down here. Drops a branch just for the giggles. And wow! Yeah, you just lost a 2 tier 3s, not just one, and a full set of Raxes. And you only killed 3 heroes.
He dropped both branches too. I like that. It's like... That's 2 on top of each other, I'm pretty sure.
So was that just another maybe miscommunication coming in, or were they just in a bad spot from the beginning of that whole?
Well, they were kind of forced into that fight, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they were actively searching for it, and then they had to make sure that the fight's at least taken care of. You end up trying to TP home, you lose the fight too, and then that's pretty much game.
I think it was just a very good call by DC to smoke up there.
Yeah.
They had 2 either outcome was a loss. One way they
Lose
kind of
heroes
win the
up top,
fight, but lose racks, which is actually the worst of the 2 options. The other way is they can probably save their racks, but lose 2 or 3 heroes, which it sounds worse. Like on paper, your first thought is always, let's win this fight, but you're losing racks. That's never going to be worth it.
And now look at this might be.
They're
I don't want to
pinged
say,
out. Look at the pings coming out from Bulba. He just pinged on them.
Don't want to say desperation here right now, but they're just running 5. They know they're down by quite a bit. They're just going to run it middle, and well, Alpha Wolf will scout them out.
DC is just reading this game perfectly.
Yep. And this is a big step up from the first day. I mean, a lot of these teams on the first day actually look pretty suspect, but as they've already been growing up through this tournament, a lot better. And there it is. Solar Crest is out on the bear now, as well as on the Earth Spirit on the other side. Is there any chance of... I'm surprised neither team has gone for a Roche yet. It feels like Dire can kill it super quick, and even Radiant doesn't do it that slow.
Yeah, but it's hard. If DC is alive, they can just permanently scout with a creep, a bear, a rocket, whatever.
Sure. What happened?
Aghanims, Night Stalker.
Yeah, they saw the smoke, right? Dire saw Radiant smoke. What if they just smoked right there and just went into Roshan instead?
I think it's like the one scenario where you can actually throw the game is if you give Vici that team fight that had the top, like that team fight, Vici wins. Even if Bear's there, I think Vici can still win it because they just cyclone the Bear. So in some ways, DC don't want to take that 5v5 fight unless they have the vision advantage.
All right.
So Roche just seems like well, why go for
the one chance they could lose? Why do it? Okay. Makes sense to me, but they're going to ping it out now, so...
Get safer now. You're taking a lane of racks. You're going to see more heroes on the map because lanes are pushing.
Nice scan, though, by the Radiant. We'll see that they're around here, meaning they probably aren't Roche. But look at that. They have complete vision on yellow with that rune up there in area. Hookshot comes in. That should just be a kill on, please. Getting it silenced up. Nice 4-step out, but that will be that. And now it's going to be impossible to go for a fight. And look at it. Ryoya blinks in, only finds the bear in there, and they're just going to get kited around while yellow's dead.
Yeah, Bloodseeker will TP in, but 4v5.
Yep. Look at Ritsu. He TP'd in, but he's like, I guess I'll just farm up some neutrals here. They aren't taking this very quickly because they're only committing the bear. And Snake King blinks in. That might be a little overconfident of a blink, and he's going to get Solar Crested. He's going to get rooted. He dies nearly instantly. He's going to have to buy back. Stan King running away from this Radiance that's killing him solo. And look at the bear might just actually chase him down. Going to try to slow it with the clap. You don't want to lose that bear, though.
Looks rough. Can't fight during night.
Yep. And Radiant's just going to back out. Bloodseeker died on the backside as well. Pardon me, didn't even catch that. They're going to TP into the Shrine again, but unless they want to commit a buyback from the Bloodseeker, I think you just give up this Roche. He's going to roll in. He thought it was a lot lower than it was. Unfortunately, it is not. He's going to get a nice ulti up, but unfortunately, he will drop for this, and he definitely thought the Roche was really low, and it wasn't even close. Middle lane, they get the ulti up. Stan King goes down. Snake King goes down. Panda's the only one left. You just take down that fight. Well, good game. Never mind. Okay. And that is a 2-0 by DC onto VGJ there. Pretty convincing both games right from DC. Like, there's some good fights by VGJ, but not all around their best performances.
I agree with that.
And I mean, it was just really good by DC. I shouldn't even say how bad VGJ.Storm played because of how well DC looks after their first couple days.
Yeah, I think DC put together a couple drafts that really punished the Tricor. They hit like this power spike in the just after early game, in mid game, that was like hard to deal with when you have underfarmed 3 cores, and yeah, I think they drafted and played very well both games.
Yeah, the movement reading from DC is just too good both games. Pretty much every smoke was pinged out or scanned out, so they couldn't really do anything, or DC was actually prepared for what was coming for them. Also, a lot of games that we've seen in King's Cup feels like a lot of teams just go for the kills, and it feels like at one point it's gonna come to you have a free farming lone druid that's just gonna end the game. It's just a matter of time.
Well, same strat, like game 1 was TB, game 2 is lone druid. Very different strategic heroes. Like, and how one's more team fight, one's more kind of just hit the buildings, but it's the same idea. They didn't care about kills, like you say.
Yeah, I guess one thing we look at is DC did lose 2-0 to Infamous before this series. Does that say how good Infamous is, or if VGJ.Storm has kind of fallen back a bit from their previous performances? I don't know.
I think it's a little bit of both. I'm kind of curious what they talked about in the hours in between the series, but I think Infamous, I think we should probably stop being surprised at how Infamous plays. Again, they were one thrown game against VGJ, and from being, what, like 10 and 4?
Maybe, yeah. Probably already qualified if they were that, yeah. No, I'm definitely not going to anymore.
So, yeah, and then, yeah, I think they had a much better plan against VGJ. And
are Infamous in the playoffs now with that?
I think there's...
Yes.
I believe Infamous is, and now it's a fight between the Dire and VGJ for that 4th place spot.
Well, so
we'll know. I'm sure production's actually fixing up that scoreboard right now. They've been really quick with it after every game.
Yeah,
so
I got it there. Complexity's got 10 wins, so the most they can lose is 4. Infamous has lost only 5 games. This is the 6th loss for VGJ. So the Dire also have 4 losses, and DC also have 4 losses. So it's going to come down to how their series go with Complexity. If any of those teams loses 2 games, I believe against Complexity, then they will have to play a tiebreaker with whoever else has 6 losses. So potentially they could both lose to Complexity, or one of them could lose to Complexity. That's the only way that VGJ stays.
You guys are gonna be cheering for Complexity come tomorrow then to get VG
Jack
Gaming
might not be. Jack might be cheering for it. Oh wait,
no, I would.
Jack wants it.
He wants some Complexity victories.
I love tiebreakers. I know we know how tiebreakers work. Is it best of 1? Tiebreakers,
yes. If it's a 3-team tiebreaker, they'll play one best of run. If it stays the same, then the second round of best of ones will, I think, time rating will be factored in.
This is the best part of that, though. Some of these other round robin leagues, in the last games don't matter. This one's actually coming down to the last series, which will be great. So Digital Chaos, we've now seen them a few more games, a few more days. They've done some different drafts. They've pretty much put Abed now on, solo farmer, just go to your lane, win your lane, and the other 4 will do the rest. Do you like that style of draft from him? Not 4 protect 1, but he farms, and then they just go fight.
Well, depends what hero he plays. When he plays Sven, he pretty much plays even over-aggressively. Whenever the ulti is up, he's just clean up crew, just in the front lines, getting a kill, maybe 2, then they take objectives, take a tower, go to Roche.
All right, makes sense to me. And we actually have sorry, Jack. Do you mind if we let Mason here call in?
Sure, as long as it's not actually...
Yo, we're the Big Bird Mason. How's it going?
We're live.
How's it going?
Yeah, we're live.
What?
Are we live,
Yeah,
dude?
we're live.
Oh, what's up, man? Yo, how's it going, Grant?
Not too bad. How about you? A convincing 2-0 here against VGJ.Storm. Any immediate thoughts?
I like to say humble in my victories, Grant, so, I just respect them as players and opponents. No real thoughts, blessed to be here.
That's good. You guys did lose 0-2 against Infamous earlier, and then you came back and won this. Was there, a big discussion between the 2 games?
Yeah, I mean, we've only been scrimming for, 4 days, so, we're going to lose some games we probably shouldn't lose, drop some sets maybe we shouldn't, but... it's a learning process, Grant. Yeah. So it's going to take some time.
No, for sure. I actually have somebody here. His name's Gods. He has a question for you.
Yeah.
All right, word up.
So last 2 games, you're kind of a mid player now. How do you think you're stacking up against the other top tier mid players? If you're going to have to go up against the Sumails, the no ones, is that going to be a recurring thing for you?
No, it depends on the patch. A new patch is coming, but for right now, I could be looking to play mid a lot. Sumail, I don't give a shit. Think I care, dude? Come on.
No, you don't
care. Good to hear.
All right, yeah. Jack, what about you? You got anything for your boy Mason?
Congratulations on the win, and you guys have, I think, one series left or 2 series left
Yeah, they
against
play
Complexity?
one.
Yeah, I think we just play Complexity.
All right. Yeah, I guess we'll go off that then. Are you nervous about playing Complexity? They look pretty damn hot right now, Mason.
Oh yeah, Grant. You know me, I'm pissing my pants over here. You know, I get so nervous. Oh, Grant, what kind of dumbass questions is that? I expect way more out of you, Grant. You're actually being so stupid right now. But
All right. Thanks, Mason. That's good. I mean, at least I'm not the one who lost 2-0 to Infamous, but Lacoste over here has a question
Grant,
as well.
you're actually fucking dog shit, man. Stop talking right now, please.
Lacoste, do you have a question
No,
for
no,
Mason?
just let them
No,
go
no,
at it,
no,
Lacoste.
just
Let
go
this happen.
ahead.
Let this happen.
No,
Good.
just kidding, Mason, but it's looking good.
Grant
You
has
guys,
some more things he mentioned during the game that he wanted to ask you
you
about.
need to at least get one win off Complexity to be guaranteed, I believe, into the playoffs.
Yeah.
You are going to get at least one, right?
Yeah, you know, hopefully. You know, Complexity is probably looking like the top dog other than EG, but, you know, I believe in us. I think we can do it.
That's good, Mason. You are a very uplifting fellow. I mean, everything you say should be it uplifts me. So I just want to thank you for calling in too.
I'm basically the George Washington of Dota.
Yeah, basically. For sure. Well, Mason, thanks for calling in. We really appreciate it. You know, maybe we'll get another call in from you tomorrow when you beat Cole or something.
Thank you. Always a pleasure talking to you, man.
Hey, you too. Anyone else? You want to say goodbye to him?
Yeah, see you, Jack. See you, Lacoste. You guys are real G's, keeping it G over there, you know what I'm saying?
If you're the George Washington, what does that make Grant?
Grant's the jester to George Washington or some shit.
All right, cool. I'm like the Jake Paul.
He's janitor.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, thanks, Mason. Get the hell out of here.
All right,
Talk to you
see
again
guys.
soon.
Good luck.
All right, well, there we hear Mason, you know, sounding pretty good about those wins, you know. I don't know why he's hating on me, but I guess that just comes with territory.
You could say that, I guess.
I guess, yeah. But for real, they sound like they're still in good spirits. They did lose to Infamous 2-0, so I'm glad they weren't 2 down. They came back, beat VGJ.Storm 2-0. They do go in tomorrow against Complexity, and Complexity, gods, I'm sure you've seen some of their games. They look really good.
Yeah, they look sweet. They kind of brought back the old squad plus Moo, which is like, I think Moo's been really sick in his role. He's just such an incredible individual player, so right now Cole looks really hard to beat.
All right, and we're actually going to throw it to one very, very short break, and we're going to break down the rest of tomorrow and a little bit more of today. Just give us a few minutes. See ya.